today. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 10 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on Drew Lock and the Seattle Seahawks.
Some of those in the silver-haired community would say it's a great day for golf, and it is, don't get me wrong, but we say it's a great day for football, and the roof is wide open here in Glendale at State Farm Stadium. Today we hit Week 10, and we've got a good one in store between the Seattle Seahawks and the Arizona Cardinals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway here on EA Sports. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here come the Cardinals, and it is Kyler Murray from Oklahoma who leads them out.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw, it's Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Murray now to throw. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They're going for it. It's Murray. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They will be led out by a 2nd-round pick in 2019. Out of Missouri, it's Drew Lock. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. All right, Charles, you know, we've spoken about this offense plenty, how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites, without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
They fake the handoff, now Lock. They'll roll him out right. A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw it is Locke. Being chased out left. And it's caught. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on 3rd down. Here's Murray. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Flying in to pick up that sack, Jordan Brooks.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returnable for Lockett. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are, for the moment, the best team in football, 9-0 entering play here. And, Charles, I don't know if we'd call them a surprise 9-0, but the way that they have been winning definitely opened up a lot of eyes around the NFL.
Well, what we've seen from them so far this season, you can't stop them on offense, you can't score on them on defense. So, to me, if you're going to play against them, you have to bring your best game and hope they throw a clunker in that day to give yourself a chance.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Seahawks are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Well, this has been a flawless start for them. They score, they get the stop, and they score again, Charles.
Complimentary football at its finest. You just mentioned how they got it done. They scored. The defense got the ball back for them. They score again. That's the way you win ball games.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Murray now on first down. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Play action. Now it's Murray. Looking left sideline, incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year back in week 4. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
And the Seahawks had a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Now Murray. Buying time to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to 4th down. Here's Presley Harvin now. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. They'll go again to Jones. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Locke. Out to his left. The battle for it, and it's intercepted. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And not a whole lot there. Maybe a yard to the 27.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
2 minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 45-yard line. Over the middle, complete. It's Hines. And a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. Murray to air it out again. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
They'll run for it with Hines. And he is going to have the Cardinals first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flushed out right. He finds Hopkins complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Bass is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A final shot before half for Locke. Steps away. And this one is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute. But first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, where it was the Vikings who were able to get the victory at home. Justin Jefferson, well over 100 yards with 2 touchdown catches to boot. From there, we're off to check out another game, and they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, excellent in the victory as his guys up their record to 7-2 now on the year. Lastly, we're off to the Rocky Mountains, Denver, Colorado. See what's happening with the Broncos. And it's the visiting Jets who have the lead in that one. Tutu Atwell, a touchdown reception. In the game you're watching, it's been Drew Lock with a strong first half. His guys are out in front as we send you back out to Glendale and hook up once again with Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This one fielded at the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Now a play fake, and here's Locke on the move to his left. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. On play action, Locke sliding out of the pocket. Pass is caught. It's Metcalf going across the field here. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on third down.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. They look to throw. It's Locke eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up second down. Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Flush to his right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Locke. It's caught. Lockett. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 38-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 38. Locke going to throw. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. Again, they'll throw with Locke. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Locke. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a 1st and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal try. Still a long ways away from that happening, but that has to be what they're thinking right now.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Murray going to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. .42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Seattle now ready to march out of the field.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
2nd down, another shot for Jones.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Again, it's Jones.
To about the 48-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, Jones. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Ken Walker, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead up now to 25. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Dancing to his left. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. Finding space at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. With this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw pulled in by Hopkins. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now Murray, open man is Waddle, complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They'd gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
And the Cardinals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
To throw is Murray. And he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. It's a loss of 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Murray now.
And Hopkins has got it. Touchdown, Arizona. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Cards are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is down to 28-10. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from DeAndre Hopkins.
And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
An inside give to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They'll go with Jones. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Murray now on 1st down. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Nowhere to go downfield, but he's able to get out of bounds and stop the clock here with a 1st down. Shotgun now for Murray. Flushed out right.
And Murray with a smart move there at the end of the play. Picks up the first down and then slides to the ground. Now Murray says hang on here. He'll step back and call a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. Throwing on first down is Murray. The pass underneath. Here's Hines with it. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Murray. Wide open receiver complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Operating from the gun, Murray steps away to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. It's a 1-yard touchdon run. And the Cardinals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll actually throw it with Locke. Out to his left. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over. So it's a win for the Seahawks here. And it was thanks largely to the efforts of their quarterback, Drew Lock.
Yeah, you had to like what you saw. He was on point the whole game. Wound up going over 300 yards with 3 touchdown passes. That will definitely get the job done.
So for the Seahawks, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Atlanta Falcons come to town. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaunt. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long and sign off.